Hey guys, it's Jamin Coher with Secure Financial Management. I just want to send you a quick video regarding some of the turmoil that's really been happening in the markets here for about a week or so. And when we kind of think we're past this whole China issue and everything, every time we think it's almost dealt with, it comes back again, right? So unfortunately, we're back here dealing with this issue again of possibly an escalation of tensions and tradings between the two biggest economies in the world. And if you've watched these videos frequently, even last year when they were talking about interest rates going up and the China thing was kind of in the background a little bit, like, well, that could be a concern. I said, hey, the interest rate thing, don't worry about that too much, right? The economy is quite strong. A bit of a rise in interest rates, maybe the market doesn't like it, but can the economy handle it? Yeah, we think so. The big thing, and I mentioned this back then, is the concern about two of the biggest economies in the world essentially going to economic war with each other, right? So it's still a concern. The markets are down again significantly today. I heard today it's the worst May in like 50 years or something. May's not over, right? Everything could turn around, but at the moment, it's been a very difficult second quarter to deal with, and this is part of systematic risk that I've discussed with you in the past, right? There's systematic risk and non-systematic risk. Non-systematic risk may be a very specific risk assigned to an individual equity or a certain ETF that you're invested in that's focused on technology or whatever it might be. Non-systematic risk is just, it's part of investing, and that will happen. There isn't much you can do to avoid trade between China and the US affecting world economies. It's systematic risk, right? And I titled this video, Volatility versus Thunderstorms, right? And the reason I did that is, a lot of you guys that are my clients, you know that, I've wanted to be a pilot for a long time, ended up being a financial planner, happy to do that, love what I do, but I always wanted to be able to fly. So last year, I learned how to fly, got my pilot's license. It's great, I have a lot of fun doing it. Texas is a very difficult place to learn how to fly, especially in the summer. Hot weather creates what we call thermals, right? So as I'm flying around in those little planes, the hot air rising up off the surface of the ground creates thermals, creates updrafts, and it makes it very difficult and very uncomfortable to fly in those conditions. It creates volatility when I'm flying. And it's not that I can go left, I can go right, and I can avoid it. It's pretty rough everywhere. Those pockets of air really bounce you around. It makes it uncomfortable. I don't like it, but it's part of flying. Sometimes though, when I'm flying, going from point to point, I'll be talking to air traffic control and they'll say, hey, you know what? Up ahead, you can't see it yet, but up ahead, there's some really heavy rain, or there's a thunderstorm. And our recommendation is that in your little plane, you don't go through that, because that will cause you a lot of trouble. It won't be volatile, it could be catastrophic. It could really ruin your day. That's what we need to focus on with our allocations and our portfolio management, right? Volatility is part of being invested. The only way to avoid it is to not invest, to not participate. The only way I can avoid those thermals, that volatility when I'm flying around, is to not fly, to not get to my destination. That's not really an option. For many of us, not investing at all is not an option. So that volatility, those thermals that I experience when I'm flying, the volatility we have in the market today and days like today, and this probably will continue for a little while, right? It's not going to resolve itself in the next couple of days. It's a larger issue. That's part of being invested. Now, what I don't want to do is, I don't want to fly into that thunderstorm. I don't want to fly into that really heavy rain shower that's really going to ruin my day. If these issues fundamentally affect the economy, and they create that thunderstorm down the road, we should probably make some changes. But don't confuse volatility with a thunderstorm, okay? Right now we're actually in the process of reaching out to all of our clients just to offer ourselves for appointments, for phone consultations. These are the times that we really want to be available to all you guys, because this is the scary moment, right? This is when we should be doing our best work. So you should be expecting those calls to come through. If you guys don't want to meet, if you're fine, that's great, but we wanted you to know that we're here for you, and we're open. We have our calendar open up especially to meet with you guys, whether it's a phone consultation or if it's in office. If any of you watching this, even if you have portfolios elsewhere that you're a little concerned about, hey, am I invested the right way for me? Is the volatility I'm exposing myself to really what I understand it to be? Give us a call here at the office and we'll be happy to kind of run through how you're invested and show you if that lines up with your risk tolerance as well. As always, guys, anything that we say here should not be considered a recommendation. If you'd like to talk about your personal portfolio a little bit more, give us a call here at the office, 210-428-6250. We'd be happy to speak with you.